Your class is about to start, so I wouldn't do the Nutella. You could do that one if you want.
Don't exactly know.
Okay, well, we'll find out.
Wait, Daddy, are you in class?
Daddy will be in class here shortly.
All right. So, Daddy, do I just click where
Did it click? Yeah.
I normally click to log right in?
Misty Ball Hard.
Do it. No, I'm not going to act like you didn't go to somebody yesterday. Okay. I get that. I told him double point, you told him to eat. So, tell him yesterday, like, yeah. Get something. I was already eating on leftovers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna get Subway.
You get the three Sammys?
No, well, I'm not there, so I have the cheaper bar.
Oh, yeah?
So it still costs $20 after she got her sandwich. paid for it. Yeah, money spending. Sure. I think so.
Mr. Ball so hard. Ballard. Ball so hard.
Okay, can you hear me?
No.
All right. There we go. All right, sorry, I had the other screen. I should probably turn off these updates for these games here.
Is an option.
I did.
All right.
Yeah.
Put this on.
Man. Ready to go home.
Didn't you, how long did they have you guys there before or just before your meeting? Do you just stay for that or do you have to? You're like, I can't answer that with them overhead.
We get here by 8:15, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then we leave by our class time when we have lab and stuff. Otherwise, we sit here and wait and do homework.
Ah, well, I mean, at least you're getting it done and they're paying you for it.
What, you mean you're not getting paid to sit at home, though?
Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's nice sitting at home. I just took forever doing the homework. Like I did mine last night that I should have done the other day, but instead I was putting up some siding and mowing my yard.
Well, when you get done doing your chores for your wife, I got some stuff you can do around my house.
Oh shit, I've got so many projects going. There's the new pantry, putting in the tiles for the backsplash, whatever the hell it is, behind the sink. What else was there? Oh, the new what the hell
Get
is
beat
that?
by the wife.
No, that's just part of the daily routine.
That was
Countertop.
the daily routine.
I got all the stuff. I just haven't gotten around to putting it in. Sometimes she'll nag. So when you gonna get to this? I'm like, I don't know. When I don't have other stuff to do. Are you gonna put it in? No. I'm like, all right. You gonna pay other people to put it in? No. All right then. Goes in when I can get to it. Plus, I finally got that kayak in, so not this weekend, but next weekend I'll be yakking again.
Why'd you buy a yak?
It's a 2-seater, so you can fit 2 adults and 1 child, and it's got the articulate and whatever fishing rod holders on it, so you can fish out of it. It's pretty nice. You can go into some of the shallower parts of the lakes and fish over there.
Why don't you just buy a boat?
I didn't want a haul boat, and I can just put this up on top. That and I can go paddling around with the kids if I want. So
You have
it's
a truck?
decent
The only reason you want a car,
No.
Oh, you put on the van, don't you?
Yeah, well, I
you want
don't know what it's considered as a Dodge Journey. It's not considered a van. It's like not even a minivan. It's like a
SUV?
I wouldn't even classify it as an SUV. Maybe it's like a low end SUV. Either way, but now I can fit one on top and then one in the middle. I just need to get the crossbar system up on the top so I can mount up 2 of them on the hood and then actually seat people in the back.
Boat could fit up there.
Plus, sometimes it's nice to go yakking down the rivers on the lakes. What?
nothing, I love you.
Okay, all I heard is ha ba da ha 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 na ma ha mama.
You need to do better. Oh, damn it.
Nice. That's like so close. 2100. It's so close. You know what's happening August 31st? 5-to-1 split by 2100 by 5, my man. Fucking 420. We're so fucking close to 420. Feel with my bones.
This is what you're all excited about, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think it would happen this quick, okay? Fucking. The only thing that would be better is.
42069.
That's it. If it surpasses this, we want 3100. So we'll divide it as
629. Every time.
If any of those 3 things occur, Jay's about to get struck down.
Yeah, dude.
42069. He's gonna screenshot the fucking picture and then save it on his fucking wallpaper. And this is how he's gonna die. How he's gonna die. He's just gonna have that on his wallpaper and say, "Yep, we know how he died." Yeah, way too excited. And then, yep, there it is. Has a stroke. No faith in Brooklyn. 12:30, my friend. Got 7
I
minutes.
thought it was 12, so I was sitting here like 10 minutes before 12, like an idiot. I'm like, oh, there's nobody else here. I'm looking at the phone. Oh, yeah.
You almost leave your house and come to school.
No, I wasn't even going to try that. Oh, I already remembered. Fuck. For me, I'm like, dear babysitters, I'm sorry for the confusing schedule. It'll be updated weekly. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Last minute.
Huh?
He thought you were the babysitter.
Oh, I am for these days, but then the days when I have to physically go to campus, that's when I get a sitter. Otherwise, my oldest daughter's classes start at 9, so I get her set up on that in the morning. So we're up at 7. Make sure she eats breakfast and all that, and gets her on her classes. And then the youngest one, I do the little Zoom meeting thing for
One
her
is
little
on
learners.
Blackboard. This is on Blackboard. The link is there.
I'm figuring it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
There he is. I just like seeing Jay's eyes. It makes me feel so self-conscious about myself. Lower, lower.
Oh, yep. I'm gonna be useless after that. If I snore too loudly, somebody throw something. Not too hard.
Is that Derek DeWeasel,
Can you grab that, please?
Dilla? I don't know. I ruined it.
Use your words, Ballard.
I had something and it was gone. I was like, oh, it's something
Give me till
magical.
later.
Nope. Just nothing.
Boys, is Zach in here yet? All right, well, I might have to take a big old deuce real quick because I got a brown snake playing peekaboo with my butthole.
Get her done.
So if I'm not back in 6 minutes, let him know that I'm dropping the kids off at the pool.
The great big pool in the sky.
I don't know, something like that. But yeah, I gotta go do this. You boys
Stupid things.
do the class while I'm gone.
Rejected. I got it, Antoine.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Jay. At least somebody not be scared. Let me tap.
Now you're going to watch my highlight tutorial. Corona. Speak to me, O round one, speak. Tell me the truth that hides inside.
Oh, yeah.
Does it slap or does it gurgle? But it disappoints.
Oh,
Well, hello,
Yippee!
Conrad.
what you guys doing?
Oh, we're just discussing how fruitful me and all of Jay's conversations always are.
Can't figure out how to mute them permanently.
Just like our friendship, it lacks all meaning.
You say so, Buckaroo.
Oh, God, I couldn't break. Fancy. Putting your shtick in our face there, huh, Antoine? They like to just stick it wherever you want.
Hey,
Hey, everybody, it's Zach.
you guys thought I wasn't going to show, didn't you?
Yep.
You go.
Tee. Oh, God, that was terrible.
Gas, gas, gas.
What you guys want to do today?
Yeah, do a learn.
Try not to die.
Want to die?
Jay's just testing
What?
out the
Why are
air.
you covering your face? Somebody sick in there? Did
Nope, just smelling.
did Gorth? Oh, Gorth farted.
Jay's butt was
Yep.
talking shit.
Okay, so we had another chapter 2 is due today. Is that right?
Sure.
We never went over. We never went over chapter 1. Let's go over both of those first thing. And we'll start to do some ladder logic. Ladder diagrams. Missing a towel?
Yeah,
It's right over there.
I was looking at that. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Do it again?
Yep.
Yep. What'd you eat for breakfast and lunch?
For breakfast was Pop-Tarts and energy drink. And, for lunch it was McDonald's.
That'll do it. Did you drink last night?
No, but I did make super spicy nachos with like a quarter jar of jalapenos. and
I feel like
pouring
I can
it
smell you
flavor.
from here just by listening to what you ate.
Look, it's clean living, man. That's good food. Well, not McDonald's, but
If you smell them from there, you'd be dead.
So
All right, what should we do to dead circuits before we put our fingers on it? Huh?
Lick it.
touch them.
Lock out, tag out.
I got tag out.
Both. E. N. C.
Lock out, tag out, and check them with a meter. Number 2, a GSCI breaker or receptacle monitors
It's the difference.
a difference in current between the live and the neutral conductor. Does everybody understand that? A lot of this stuff I'm assuming you've seen before, heard before, understand it, but that one's pretty important. GFCI breaker is the life. The GFCI receptacle or breaker is kind of the lifesaver, right? But you understand what it means? Light. AC source. And then we'll make this the neutral. So this is the hot, This is the neutral. What should the current be here? Well, we don't know anything. Let's solve it. 120 volts, AC, and let's say this is a 60 watt light bulb. What's the current here?
Half an amp.
How do you know?
Power equals voltage times current.
Right. P equals I times E. So I equals P over E. So 60 divided by 120 equals 0.5 amps. So should the current here be the same as the current here?
Yep.
Yep, unless somehow, some way, Gorth, the stinky butt,
Not round enough.
let's say, and he's grounded, right? He touches the neutral, it ain't gonna do anything. Why?
Because he's got the same potential difference.
That's very, very good answer. Yeah, he's on the same potential as this, and he's not a very good conductor. So no current is going to flow through him to the ground. But if he touches the hot, he's going to draw some current from that side, right? So you're going to lose current here at the light, and you're going to draw some current away from this side of that circuit. The neutral then, let's say he's drawn 0.1 amp. So let's say this is 0.1 amp. That means the neutral is carrying all of it, right? So if that's the case, then there's going to be the light is going to get 0.4 amps, and Gorth, stinky butt Gorth, is going to get 0.1 amps, but the neutral is going to be at 0.5 amps because it's carrying all of it back to the source, right? So because there's a difference between the hot and the neutral, that GFCI recognizes the difference as more than 5 milliamps. So so a GFCI is 0.005 amps, plus or minus. So if Gorth was only drawing like 1 milliamp, it wouldn't trip. But that's the life-saving part about it. You know, if he's drawing 0.1 amps, is that enough to kill him? Yep, sure is, especially if it goes through his heart. But is that enough to trip a breaker?
No.
Nope. So he'll just sit there and sizzle like a piece of bacon until the coroner gets there.
It's a lot of bacon.
That's a lot of bacon. But that's how GFI saves lives. So anyway, but that was important enough that I should scribble all over the screen. So the difference of current between the live and the neutral conductor. How do I stop drawing on it?
Control Alt Delete.
GFCI protects against the most common form of electric shock. So what would that be?
Ground fault.
Ground fault. Hence, ground fault circuit interrupter. Confined space is one that has blank entrance or exit by way of location, size, or means.
Restrictive.
What?
Restrictive.
Restricted. According to Ohm's law, assuming body path resistance of 100 ohms, what amount of current would flow if a person came into contact with 120 volts?
I think that one was 1.2 amperes.
That's correct. Anybody need to see the math? After vigorous testing to UL standards, the product, if it passes, is then referred to as being, starts with an L and rhymes with Schmisted. Good. Listed. You always see things listed and labeled. I don't have anything. You. Coming in on this, hey, what do you call this thing? What?
Receptacle?
I saw Cody's lips moving.
It's a receptacle box.
Oh,
Yeah, it's very good. This is called a handy box.
Why there are no hands?
yeah, hands are involved, Antoine. You just got to pop out the slugs out there.
I'm not
Why
able
is it called
to zoom on
handy?
that very well.
Ballard, did you say pop out the slugs?
You know, the little pieces in there. You used to be able to use them in the vending machines till they stopped letting you.
So I can't get that to focus on the inside of this box very well, but right here where my finger is, there's a little symbol. And it looks like you've probably all seen that, maybe even you realize it or not, you've seen that before, but UL, Underwriters Laboratory. That's being listed and labeled. All right. An exposed live wire makes contact with the metal frame of an ungrounded piece of electrical equipment. As a result,
Metal frame would be right.
It'll be hot.
hot. Drop it like it's hot. Metal frame will be live. What should you do with caps before you handle them?
Discharge them.
How can you do it? How can you do that?
Shorted out.
Short it. Take a screwdriver or something and just touch it across the leads. There's stored energy in those things. Anybody ever been hit by one of those?
Yeah, you use them. I mean, like a
Yeah.
disposable camera, you can make a taser out of it.
That works, but yeah, I've heard stories of people just getting absolutely walloped by those things. So
Oh yeah, I still got a scarf. I mean, yeah, I heard they do damage.
what is the process of placing a danger tag on the source of electrical power, which indicates that the equipment may not be operated until the danger tag is removed?
Like mount.
Generally, so here's where GFCI becomes important. Generally, any body current flow above how much is considered dangerous?
5 milliamps.
5 milliamps.
Sound familiar? I hope you're implying that yes, it does sound familiar because that's the same amount of current that a GFCI trips at. Thumbs up. Good.
Coincidence? I think not.
How far away should you keep equipment away from primary overhead power lines?
10 foot.
10 foot. What does moisture do to resistance?
Decreases.
Increases.
True. So anybody want to have the argument with me? Voltage versus current being the killer?
I'll try.
You want to argue? All right. Which is it? What kills you? Voltage or current?
Current does.
Yeah. There's three things: current path, current amount, and duration of current flowing through the body. So
Oh,
if you believe I'm wrong, or if you want to argue voltage, that's fine. A lot of people will say that voltage overcomes resistance. That's true. But remember that 5 milliamps question? So if I have a current path flowing through my heart, that's 3 milliamps, right? So I'm touching a power source and I'm grounded, and the current's flowing through my heart, and that hurts like a son of a bitch at 3 milliamps. Let's do the same thing when I just got out of a swimming pool and see how many milliamps it is, right? Same voltage. Resistance goes down because I'm wet, more current, and that kills me. So just remember current. I think was that even a question in here?
I thought there was something to do
Question
with what.
16.
Dropped off for saying she was in a fucking hood.
We're at.
Oh, big girl,
Question 16.
Oh, yeah.
not her boyfriend.
And
He's a little black guy.
You're not muted.
No, let it go, man. Let it go.
I guess I'm gonna go.
Damn it. All right. Question 13. What does OSHA do?
one's my good.
So
Annoys
safety
the dog
standards.
shit out of people.
Sets the safety standards for the workplace and conducts inspection tours to ensure compliance and fines the hell out of you. National Electrical Code.
Outlines minimum requirements.
Yep. The keyword is minimum. You can always go above and beyond the code. You can always oversize things, but minimum requirements. The amount of current flowing in the body is equal to I equals
E over R.
E over R. So here's the question. Electrical shock intensity. So what determines the severity of electric shock?
All three of them benches.
Amount of current, current path, and the length of time exposed to current. It doesn't say current in that last one, but it is current.
Zach, what's the worst you've ever seen somebody get shocked?
Seen?
Yeah.
Luckily, I really haven't seen anybody except for an oh damn it or son of a bitch that hurt, or
Yeah.
so I don't know. Plenty of 120. Beyond that, I really haven't seen anything, luckily, nor do I want to. I've heard stories. Purpose of bonding non-current carrying metal parts to an electrical system. You want all of those. You want a low resistance path for fault current because you want your overcurrent protection device. So a fuse or a breaker, you want that to trip or blow. You want to limit the touch voltage when metal parts are energized by a ground fault because your overcurrent protective device tripped or blew. And you want to facilitate the operation of overcurrent protection devices. When current is still applied to an unconscious victim of electrocution, what's your first priority?
Kill the power or detach them from it.
Yeah, I would say run away as fast as you can, but that's the answer they want. Kill the power.
Hey, some people react like that when they see something crazy going on.
Fight or flight.
That's true.
When installing new machinery, ensure that all metal framework is efficiently
Rounded.
rounded. When operating a disconnect switch,
All of them.
all of them. And that's a habit that I want you guys to get into while you're in the lab. And hopefully they're enforcing that at your workplace. It looks dumb, but it could save your life. When operating a disconnect switch, we just did that one. Which of the following is a recognized testing laboratory?
You will.
Underwriter's lab.
Current imbalance is low as how many milliamps?
5.
What is the intentional connection of current carrying conductor to earth?
Grounded.
Grounded.
What is the joining of all non-current carrying conductive enclosures together?
Bonding.
Bonding.
Does everybody understand the difference in those? Okay. Alrighty. Chapter 2. Motor starters, an electric controller used to
All
Start mode. Tractor mode.
what?
I just listed all three of them.
Oh, okay. All of them. Additional start buttons should be wired in series or parallel.
parallel.
Parallel. And if you don't understand that, you will once we get into start, stop, ladder logic. In a dual voltage, split phase motor, the two run windings are connected in what for the high voltage operation?
Series.
Series. Any of you guys do the 9-lead dual voltage homework yet? Do you have any trouble with it?
Nope.
Information required to identify a motor is contained on the motor
Nameplate.
nameplate. Inverter duty describes a class of motors that are capable of operation
Variable frequency drive.
from a VFD.
Dang old DFD.
Ladder diagrams, what do they show?
Electrical connections.
Just the connections. That's something you want to keep in mind, not just in this class, but when we're troubleshooting the second 8 weeks. Yeah, we'll talk about second 8 weeks. On a ladder diagram, all the wires that connect to a common point are assigned
Same numbers.
same numbers. Did you guys get wire numbers with your tools?
Yeah, the little pack up.
Yeah. If not, can you get your employers to provide those or no?
I can snag some tomorrow when I go into work. I
Yeah.
can probably grab some extra ones too if anybody else needs some.
You didn't get the
looking out.
little wire marker booklet, Derek?
I probably did, but it's lost by now. So
Yeah, we're gonna need those. On electrical diagrams, conductors that cross each other and make contact are represented by a heavy what?
Dot.
Dot.
yeah,
Single phase motors are
All of them.
all
all of them. What's the electrical device on a ladder diagram that uses power supplied from L1 to L2?
Hello.
Load.
Load. The abbreviation most commonly used for a push button switch is
EV.
but.
peanut butter.
But the circuits on most motor control schematics can be broken down as being part of the what or what?
Power and control.
Power control. And we're going to start looking at the power circuit today. Motor nameplate code letter specifies the locked rotor current rating of the motor in
kVA per
Okay.
horsepower.
kVA per horsepower. Motor term auxiliary contact refers to
Contact of a switching device in addition to the main circuit contact.
in addition to. nameplate of a motor indicates that it thermal protected. All it means is that it has built-in thermal overload protection. But we're still going to put it on a motor starter. That's just how we roll. What does plugging a motor mean?
Braking by reverse motion.
If you didn't get this one right, rotating rotor, stationary stator. I don't know what I was gonna say. I can't say I'm gonna slap you because then that's like not, that's like teacher, student. You seen Good Will Hunting?
Yep.
Like when they hug at the end, Robin Williams and Matt Damon. And they're like, does this break the therapist patient thing? And he says, only if you grab my ass. Same kind of thing. Like, I'm never going to grab anybody's ass, but like,
As long as you say no homo before, you're good.
a homo? Okay.
Yeah.
Now that we have the rules established.
And you gotta be wearing socks.
Okay. What are the three distinct? Okay, you had a question on this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the book wants phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3.
What? But it
It
said
says
A,
on
B,
page
and
32.
Yeah, it says ABC.
B and
Yeah,
C.
okay. Did anybody get that one right? Okay, good. Well, I changed it so it has the right answer now. A, B, and C. But I also made it extra credit, and the chance that you guessed wrong and guessed the other one, it's, since I changed it, it's not going to hurt your grade. It's extra credit. So if you got it right, then you got an extra credit point. 3-wire control circuits use maintain.
oh, momentary?
Momentary. Right. Right. 3 wires momentary, 2-wire is maintained. Let me explain that really quick. All right. So you might have seen start stop by now. But this is either going to be your motor or control relay. It's some kind of coil. So these are momentary switches, meaning this is a stop. Operation of these things are in the downward motion. So if I hit the stop button, it opens up the circuit, right? Make sense? So right now that coil is not energized. If I push the start down, it's going to make contact here, closing the circuit, allowing this to be energized. Momentary just means that I let go and it goes back up. So the action of these buttons being momentary is down, and then if I let go, they go back up. So 3-wire control circuit, then you'd have some kind of maintaining sealing contact that closes. Anyway, we'll get to that. 2-wire would be something like like this. Right? Maintained. So if I close this switch, it stays closed until I open it again. So this is 3-wire, this is 2-wire. How do you differentiate differentiate between normally open and normally closed on a ladder?
The underline.
Underline.
The underline. Um, 2-wire control circuits use maintain. Dual voltage motor is operated at a higher voltage rating than the operating. We increase voltage, what happens to current?
Lower.
Goes down. Questions on any of that? You guys good? You want to take a little break?
Yeah, I could do with a popsicle.
Go get a popsicle. What kind of emojis do we have on here?
I know I don't have the heart.
We need a bunch more.
I wonder why in my other one, all of them are available. Oh, Zoom probably needs to be updated on this computer. All right, let's take a little 10-minute break and come back. We'll start getting into the power circuit on ladder logic.
Hey, Jimbo. Ballard. Is he there? No. Little bitch. Jimbo,
Hmm?
would you be able to come in at 8 tomorrow instead of 9?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, I got a big ass bags tournament at my dad's place at like 3. I'm gonna try to make it there, so I'm gonna try to get out of there by like 1 or 2. This is the latest I'll be able to stay tomorrow.
All right.
Okay, good deal. Carry on.
I don't have to do furnaces this week, so
That's a positive, my dude.
you guys hear me sucking?
You always suck, Bell.
Difference is whether or not you can hear it. So that I know I'm doing a good job. I don't know what flavor it is, but it's delicious. I friggin' knew you'd probably be one of those guys that watch it. Is it any good? I've heard decent things. The Rock?
All right, can you guys still hear me okay? Okay, could you guys guess what circuit this is?
A wire circuit.
Okay. Ladder diagrams can be broken down into two different types of circuits. Remember what they are?
3-wire, 2-wire. Oh, circuits, power and control.
Power and control. So what do you think this is?
Power.
This is a power circuit.
Power.
How do you know that?
Disconnected to 208.
Yeah, it's 208, but really the important thing is that here's your motor, right? The whole point of this, and eventually we're going to do like,
And it's also connected to the disconnect.
disconnect. Yeah, very good. So eventually we'll be doing like, this stuff. But you can see on here that this is the power circuit up top, and then the control circuit is down low. So this being the power circuit, remember all we're trying to do with ladder diagram, this type of ladder logic is turn an output on or off. And in this case, it's motor control. So we're just trying to turn this motor on and off. So this should really have a dotted line around it, around this part here. And somebody said the D word. What is that?
Disconnect.
Disconnect. So what I just put in pink around there is the disconnect. Do you know what dotted lines mean on a ladder diagram? It means they are mechanically connected somehow. So this is all in one unit. Over here on the trainer that's behind me, where's the disconnect? Hey, you guys have the ability to annotate, don't you?
Bottom left.
Can you annotate on here? Can you draw things?
I think it's the red, yellow, and green.
This is the disconnect. Yep, you're right. You guys have the ability to draw on my screen?
I don't think so.
Maybe that's what the update, which you got to physically click
Okay.
on the check for updates, but you can do that after the meeting's done, it says.
You should not give us that power.
In fact, does it show who's drawing what?
To show who's the which what?
Does it show who's the artist behind?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then I think we'll be okay. If it was anonymous, it's definitely not a good idea.
Yeah, then I'd be disabling it. Okay, here's the disconnect right here. And I still have more work to do. You can see I got shit just hanging out all over the place, but I'm rebuilding this trainer so it looks like the ones you guys will see in the lab. But this is what we're trying to turn on, right? Start, stop. And if I close the disconnect, so if I turn it on, and these three guys here close, will the motor turn on?
No,
No, because these are still open.
Oh.
What do you think these are a part of?
motor starter.
Bloop. Remember we went over motor starters the other day? So here's your disconnect. Here's your motor starter. Here's your motor. And the only other thing in here that we need to account for are our fuses, which are over here. Cool.
Cool beans.
Start wiring this thing up. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, just rule of thumb in the lab power circuit, I want you guys to use black wires, and control circuit, I want you to use red wires. So for everything that I'm about to demonstrate, we're going to use
Black.
black. That's right. All right. Gotta get some wire. Be right back. Back on the train again.
in here. Options up top.
The hell is that?
Annoying.
Doing, doing, doing.
Whoa, how are you doing that? Jay,
I think they gotta update it.
Everyone knows it's me.
it's obviously you.
Am I the only one that says a spooky?
Yes.
All right, so this disconnect is a little bit different than the one on your trainers because it's non-fused. Let's see if we can. I don't know if you've seen disconnects in the field opened up yet, but what do I mean by non-fused? Hey, somebody's annotating. That's what I'm talking about.
Jay, how did you update?
I didn't.
Derek, you'll right click on your little icon down there, the zoom icon, and then it'll say check for updates and do that. But you gotta
Anthony's
close that.
annotating.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm just kidding. I don't care if you annotate as long as you're not being distracting. Okay, so there's no fuses in here, but what this has, make sure I'm unplugged, is here's we're gonna bring 208 into here. Okay, 3-phase. And then I still need to finish doing some grounding, but I'm gonna wire this up without grounds because I'm unsafe like that. But I don't know if you can see, but these little tabs will stab in behind on the backside. There's another set that you can't see. So when I turn this on, you'll see these 3 knife switches make up top, and on the back, there's a set that make on the bottom at the same time. So that's why it's called a disconnect, it's because it connects and disconnects. But when I flip this up, you'll see these things snap in the upright position. See that? And then that's how it makes and breaks. This one is not fused. The ones on your trainers are fused. So just be aware. If you lose a leg, it could be a fuse inside the disconnect, but I'll help you with that. So there's the disconnect, and then you're going to have 3-phase coming out of the load side of this. You know what I mean by line and load side of something? So on your, thank you, yes, line. At any point on a ladder diagram or any schematic, you're going to have line and load side of something. Line would be coming from the source. Load side would be on the side of the load, which on this case is the motor. So this is going to be line side. This is going to be load side. If what you're dealing with was hooked up by an electrician that knows what he's doing, you usually try to put line side on the top of a switch or a disconnect, load side on the bottom. Okay, so the load side of the disconnect, bringing power in from the line, out of the load. So these 3 wires are going to come up and come out this side of the disconnect and come into the line side of these fuses. And then for our power circuit, I'll just pick some. I'll use these 3 fuses right here. So I'm going to take 3-phase from here, and that's these fuses. Nope, those don't exist actually. This is a non-fused disconnect. The ones you're looking at are these 3 fuses, 4 through 6. So on the load side of these, I'll take these down to the line side of the motor starter. Which is right here. And then out the load side of the motor, I will go down to the motor. And now it's going to be really boring because you're just going to sit here and watch me hook all this up. But the other thing with the power circuit is you don't need to put wire numbers on the power circuit. Okay, only on the control circuit. So now I should probably play some music or something. Somebody sing for us.
Going
through changes.
Changes. okay? Keep going. I like it.
Sweet Caroline.
Oh.
All I got. If you want more, you're gonna have to
Keep
start. You're gonna have to fork out the big bucks.
going.
I also accept A's.
You accept what?
A's. Or
A's?
B's as well. A's and B's.
Very worded up. Helping out.
Look at Antoine doing a tight or a right.
Everyone's watching. See what you can do. Every on your boots.
What?
You heard me. Everybody's working for the weekend. Everybody needs to wear some pants. I'm really good at singing, but I can never remember the lyrics.
That's when you just make up your own.
That's what I did. That's what I did, bro.
Bruh.
Come on, bro.
Like that halfway there, living on a prayer. Or oh no, it's 4 inches to spare.
Oh, we're halfway there.
Oh,
living on a prayer.
You boys see this?
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
A tee.
All right, so I'm fixing to show you guys something that I want you to get in the habit of doing. While you're just a second.
close to 2,100 on 10 slip.
So I will give you a paper copy of your labs, and then here's what I'm doing if I'm wiring this up. So line 1, line 2, and line 3, those were already done, right? That is this going into the disconnect. From the disconnect load side to the top of the fuses, that was already done too, right? Remember, these don't exist. This is done. This is done. This is done. If I were you, I would do what I'm doing right now and put check marks with a pencil on your ladder diagram so you know what you've done. The other side of the fuses, I've gone to the load side, to the line side of the motor starter. Now what do I need to do?
Go from the motor starter.
Connect the overloads to the motor.
Yep. And on your motor starter, these are the overloads, right? Those are basically mechanically already connected. So what I need to do then is just go from this side of the overloads to the motor, right? Does that make sense? And to make things easy, I'm just going to run these up. I know you like it. You like it on top.
Don't stop.
Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving your boobs. Think I'm allowed to say that? Probably shouldn't, should I?
We encourage
Talking
you
about
to say
them
that,
birds,
Zach.
right?
Yep. Whoopee! Does it matter how I hook these up? T1, T2, and T3?
Which way you want that motor to spin, or do you care which way it spins or rotates? I should
We
say.
don't know yet, Ballard.
Yeah,
'Cause it
He's
depends
not
on the
gonna know
motor,
till he starts it.
or depends on the.
So I'm just gonna hook it up and
fucking-
then let's say there's a fan blade on the end of this shaft and I want it to blow this way. And then if it's blowing that way, when I turn it on, what do I do?
Switch to the leads.
Bloop, 2 of them. You guys are so good. All right. So I already marked it off on there. So now if I throw that disconnect on, will the motor spin?
Maybe.
Nope.
Sure won't. Because I would need this coil to be energized, right? And that would pull that in. Can you see that? It says on now. Probably can't, can you?
No.
Nope.
But I can physically close it, so that's what I'm gonna do. I just need to make sure that everything's properly grounded. Yep, sure is. And I'm gonna put something on that motor shaft so you guys can see it turn. It'll be right back. All right, coming out. Everybody know what this is called? Like the plug
Twist lock.
twist lock. A lot of people don't know that. So when you plug these in and then you twist it clockwise, what does it do?
Locks in, you can't pull it back out.
Why is there a square following my face?
I think it's reading you, Zach.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's Skynet.
It's saying that you're a square.
It's kind of cool though. But creepy. All right.
Part where we do the face swap.
Oh, remember this part of the disconnect? What you
They're
should
always
do?
watching.
What you should do when you throw the disconnect on?
Look
Face
away.
away, hold
Face
your
right in the
breath.
middle of it. So this is what I always teach people. I'm going to face away, turn my back, look away, and then inhale, hold my breath, and then turn it on. Why do you think I inhale and then hold my breath?
You don't poop yourself?
Yep. What's the other reason?
Because when you breathe it in and it explodes, it will go into your lungs.
Yeah. Have you heard of an arc flash yet?
Yeah.
And like the temperature of an arc flash is hotter than the surface of the sun, kind of thing. So when you get startled, your instinct is to like that. So you don't want to do that in the middle of an arc flash. So that's what I do. Even though this thing is closed, I'm still going to do it, and I'd ask you guys to do it because it's a good habit to get into. I look away, and then no arc flash. Cool. So should have 208 come into here, and then this is open. To close that, then I would need to energize that coil, but I'm just going to lift up on here. There you go. Oh, you can't see it. Hey, we can't see it, dumbass. Spinning motor.
Look at it go. Vroom.
What should we do next? Call it a day or look at something else? Take a vote? What are you voting
We keep
for?
going. We
Huh?
got like 3 hours to burn here.
Okay. That's the thing that I don't know about your setup is, do you need, like, you're stuck there no matter what?
Yep.
They are. We're not. So
Okay, let's look at start stop then. Anybody need a break or you want to just trudge along? Let's just keep going. All right. Done with the power circuit. Next step. This thing. What is this?
Transformer.
Transformer. So we need to knock down, we need to take two of those lines, take them from 208 down to 120. Because all of our control circuitry is going to be 120 volts, like for instance, that motor starter. I'm going to skip down to start stop. Except I don't just want to do a light. Why do none of these have a motor starter on them? There we go. I'm going to do this one. Actually, do something real quick. Love isn't always on time. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is that what
Yeah,
you said?
yeah, yeah.
G-boy.
Usually the big time hit to sing with other dudes that aren't familiar with songs is In the Jungle there. Whatever that is on Lion King. Except this is only with other dudes that I showered with, so that's besides the point.
What the fuck, Valor?
It was all consensual.
Just mute yourself.
Can you feel
See? And everybody knows the lyrics, and even people would chime in.
the love tonight?
There is no love there. There's only pillows with locks.
Okay. I'm not going to put check marks on the power circuit, but we know that we've done all of this. So we're going to come from, remember these aren't here on my trainer, they are on yours. But after the disconnect, before I get to these fuses, we're going to tap into two of the lines. So between those two, I have how many volts? between
Cool.
line 2 and 3.
208 or 240?
208.
Go
Two away because
Yeah.
transformer.
Three-phase 208, you're going to have 208 volts between any and two of the leads. And then to any one of the lead to ground, you're going to have 120. Okay. So we don't have a neutral in here, so we need to take 208 through this transformer and take 208 to 120. So these fuses, F7 and F8, we're just going to pick another set from up here. So let's say right here. Why am I not able to? What? What the? What the? How come I can't?
What's you trying to do?
There we go. Okay, I'm gonna use these ones right yonder. So I'll come out here and here. And where do I need to go? Anybody tell me where the transformer is on this doodad? Thank you, Cody.
Oh, look at
So
that.
here's the line side of the transformer. Right there, right there. On this transformer, should go grab one and show you what it says, but you'll see on there that gonna have a little drawing like this. And it's gonna say H1, H2, X1, X2. So X1 to X2, that potential difference is going to be 120, right? And then you would ground one side to reference it, but so what was I going to ask you? Oh, H1, H2 is high voltage, so that's primary, and then low voltage is secondary side, X1 to X2. I'm going to take these guys to here. And then now we have our control voltage ready. All right, here's how you start your wire numbering that I just erased. See this X2 is reference to ground right here. So this is going to be our neutral. So L2 is neutral. Every single neutral is going to be wire number 2. Every single one. You keep going down here with another rung, another rung, another rung. Everything on the load side of each load is going to be a 2. So whether this is a light or a motor coil or control relay coil, this is a 2, this is a 2, this is a 2. Keep that in mind. So also be aware that we're going to be using a lot of number 2s with your wire numbers. So if you have any books that you're bringing, bring some extra 2s if you got them. Coming off this side of the transformer is going to be wire number 1. It's your first basically hot wire. We're going to go through F9 and keep this a number 1. So then everything coming off of this L1 is going to be wire number 1. Okay? Wire numbering from there is kind of like reading a book. So we've used 1, we've used 2, so what's the next one going to be on the load side of this stop?
3.
3. So this is a 3, this is a 3, This is a 3. That means this is a 4. This is a 4. This is a 4. I'll go over what this is when I wire it up. Fuse F9 is right on the transformer, right here. So you see this little jumper wire? That is this wire. So that one's already done. I can go like this. So I need to take off from the other side of the fuse, which is right here. And I need to go to a button that I don't have. Crap, I'm not gonna be able to do this because I don't have these buttons in place yet. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I could go steal, you want me to use the limit switches, Cody? I mean, it'll work that way, but I don't want to confuse everybody.
Just scribble over the limit switch and say green push button or start and stop or something. Green and
All right, it is doable, so I will. All right, so where is this wire number 1 going? Let's say this is stop, and this is start. So I hate this. I hate that I don't have it ready. All right, whatever.
silent judgment. I mean,
Silent judgment. All right, so where's my wire number 1 going? Yep. So there's wire number 1. Where is wire number 2 going?
end of the overload.
You know what? Why don't I, since you guys can annotate, I'm just going to take off and start wiring, and then you can show me where to put the next wire. How about that?
I cannot
That sounds like a
annotate yet.
good plan.
Yeah, Tyler.
All right, so now I need red wires, right? Oh, wait. I haven't finished my, I gotta come here first, right? Yeah, see what I'm saying? I don't have these. It's kind of cool. I can follow the purple. I don't have this in there. See what I'm saying? Okay. Say you want a revolution, well, you know.
Sing it loud, sing it proud.
I don't know the next word. Yeah.
Jay, would you like to entertain us with some Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog? I heard he was a good friend of yours.
Chimpy's friend.
Oh.
All right, where am I going with this now?
Two. Wait a minute, isn't that? Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
To normally open or normally closed?
Normally closed.
Normally closed because it's a stop.
Oh man, that's where we should have went. Believing in that feeling.
What'd you guys do if I forgot to turn the disconnect off? I was sitting there wiring stuff up, and all of a sudden I just kind of keeled over and started like sizzling.
Cody turned it off for you.
I took care of it.
Yeah, look at
You
that.
guys would run away, wouldn't you? Sign off, pretend like you didn't see anything.
I think that would initiate the end of class, right, Zach?
I think it's
This
in the
is-
student handbook that, yes. If your instructor starts sizzling like a piece of bacon,
Probably take like a 10-minute break and then
take a
come
break.
back.
And if I'm still on the ground, then class dismissed.
Yeah, then it's done. Yeah, but Cody locked and tagged it out for you, so you're good.
Also, these are millennials, so they're definitely recording it, bud. You're gonna show up on Live Leaks.
All right,
Is
so
that
the
what
other
kids
side,
say?
somebody mark that off on the print in red, if you will. On the print.
He's like, come on, you can do it. Oh, look at him. Oh, there you go.
A large check mark.
And then I'm up by the fuse too. I always mark, both sides of the wire. All right, so I've got the other side of the stop hooked up. Where am I going?
Where do you want to go?
Normally open
I
contact
got two
on the
choices.
start.
The starter or the start button or the relay?
Start button. Easiest thing, since this is my start, is to make a little jumper that goes down here to normally open, right? And that's wire number 3. I'm not going to take the time to label them, but you guys need to. I can't give you credit for the labs unless everything's labeled. Make sure that it is 0 volts. All right, let's finish off our wire number 3s though. So somebody put a check mark on one side of the stop and the other side of the start for wire number 3s. Okay, where else do we need to go?
The motor starter contact.
Motor starter normally open. This does not have an auxiliary contact, so I need to go find one. I need to show you what those are anyway.
Line sides on the left, load sides on the right, right?
All right, I'll be right back.
Is that what it is, guys? We were putting them on for line side of the whatever and then load side of the other. For like if we're wanting to put it on the start when we're describing which way it is. Do you remember?
Touche.
Jay, you're just so helpful. I'm trying to do better by you and you give me this. I wish I could be as excited as you are.
I'm just glad to know that Zach is safe.
Cutie face, smiley emoji. Oh, don't forget, what's the new thing kids say nowadays? Uwu? Owo? Oh, it's ooh, isn't it? Oh, let's see where it was it again. Line side, load side.
Zach, you good to know that you were safe?
What?
We were trying to make you safe.
So this is this is an auxiliary contact. It's just got the name of part number and stuff on here, but you see on this is the side that's going to stick out that you can see. Number 2 and number 3, that's where you hook the wires up, and you can see the normally open symbol there. On the back side, it shows you how this thing works. Remember on the motor starter, before I had the coil hooked up, how I started the motor? There was just a little tab on the side that I lifted up, and that engaged the coil. that tab is there for a reason. It actually grabs onto this. So the little contacts in here, you can see them. It's hard to see through this little window, but when that coil energizes and pulls in the contacts, that tab lifts up and grabs onto this thing and changes the state of the contacts. So it actually is closing the contact by doing that. So that's a normally open auxiliary contact. So I'm going to tag this thing on the side of our motor starter. Whenever this thing actuates, goes from off to on, will change the state of these two contacts. So where am I going with that now? I forget. Oh, I need a wire number 3. So either one of those two places that I just landed a wire, either one of the ends of this is wire number 3. That's where I got to come down to one side of that normally open. That's going to be wire number 3 as well. You got plans for the weekend?
Oh yeah, bags tournament. You're invited, Zach.
Bags tournament?
Yep.
I suck at bags.
Yeah.
Does what with? Oh, you said bags. Okay.
What'd you think I said, Ballard? Somebody come get her. She's passed out on the shitter. I think that's how that one goes.
Where's the bags tournament?
Mason Shitty.
Kind of a hall, isn't it? Or do you live out that way?
That's where I used to live. That's where my padre lives. We have an annual bags tournament every year.
You gonna win?
I've won like 2 out of the 4. Or no, I got second place last year, and I won I think the first year. But I haven't won since then. So last year we made these stupid ass corn cob trophies. Like third place got just a bare fucking nub of a corn cob. Second place got like the full size like hucked piece, and then first place just got a fucking thing of corn on a plaque. Or cornhole. Haha. Teehee.
You don't get any money or anything?
We do a pot. Like everybody throws in like I think it's 10 or 15 bucks per person, and it's a blind draw. So you get partnered up with a random person. Last year I got a drunk, passed out like damn near blackout drunk, like 45-year-old alcoholic. So it made it very difficult to win, Zach.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
All right. Wire number 4. I know I have to go from the other side of the star down to the other side of the auxiliary contact. So I'm going to start there. You're as cold as ice.
Willing to sacrifice our love?
Willing to sacrifice our love. You can tell I got the radio on in the background in the lab. So. All the time. Seen it before, happens all the time.
Closing the door.
Take on me. Take on me.
Take me out.
Ooh.
Quality stuff. professionals.
So Jay, do they not allow joy at your work or something? Is that why you don't like to sing?
Buddy, I'm always having a good time. And I was quietly singing just a moment ago.
You didn't want to make us feel bad. I got it. I got it.
Zach, do you can you play any Queen
Thank
for
you.
us?
Hey, what?
Can you play any
Queen?
Queen for us? Or sing any Queen?
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, Scaramouche.
You're doing Hondaga.
Howard, you're supposed to take over now.
Thunderbolt of lightning, very, very frightening me.
Oh.
All right. Okay. Where's my last wire number 4 gotta go?
I'm a poor family.
I got somebody mark off the 2 that I just did.
Sparing this life from its monstrosity.
That one. And show me. Oh, you already did. Yep, right here. Oh no.
Do not let me go. Do not let me go. I don't remember from that.
Okay. That's all the 4s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I need motor starter to the overload. Whoa. So this is going to be a wire number 2. Remember when I told you that you're going to need a lot of 2s? I was wrong. I want you to use white wire for all your number 2s. You shouldn't have to use a single number 2 label. So I need, should show you this on the motor starter. So I took a jumper and went from the auxiliary over to here with my wire number 4, which means this, the other side of the coil, so right here, I need to go to the overload normally closed contact, which on these starters you'll find is right here. So what happens is when these overload heaters heat up, and they trip, they open up this normally closed contact until you reset it. That's why these little jumpers are here. So the other side of the coil, which this one landed up here, is going to this side of the coil. I don't remember what this is doing, but I need a white wire to come from on mine. I'm going to land it over here. So white wire from here over to the line side of the overload normally closed contact. And then from the other side of the normally closed contact, I'm going to go up to a neutral bar that I haven't really made up yet, but I'm going to. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll do it right now.
All right.
I said, hey, Captain Jack, meet me down by the railroad track. No one? Man.
Good job.
Get your gypsy ginger music out of here, Ballard.
Dang it, how am I supposed to put a spell on you now? My sweet lyrical lass.
Do not fear me, gypsy. I only want your tears.
Ah!
You ever seen Borat, Zach?
Been a while.
Okay, that's what that was for. I just didn't know. I feel like everyone has seen Borat at this point.
You haven't seen his profile picture with the Borat swimsuit?
The banana, the whatever the hell that thing's called.
It's a little more than banana hammock. It's Jay, how would you say it fits? Is it snug or is it he's gone, isn't he? That turd.
Form fitting.
There we go. Thank you, Jay. That's the appropriate comment. I just like how Skynet keeps getting all of Zach's faces, so eventually we're going to see some kind of choppy robotic version of him.
Little SWAT team's gonna jump
police
in.
officer dude and just like start melting and then and kind of form back up. All right. I need to make a neutral bar over here. I'm going to do it right here because on this terminal strip, I've got a little tab that's joining bonding. These first 1, 2, 3, 4 terminal strips. So I'm going to make this my little neutral bar. Just to let you know. You're all worried about it. I'll stop the world and melt you. I've seen some changes and it's getting better
All the time.
all of the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and touch your boobs. Who said that?
It's a wolf sleeping lonely in the night. His blood stain on the stage.
I should probably be a little more appropriate, shouldn't I?
I was doing Motley Crue, so that was a lot less appropriate.
No.
I got it. Derek, you want to pull up some Steel Panther?
Oh Jesus. I'm not gonna take responsibility for that. I'm gonna let you do that, Jimmy.
No. Jerry, I subjected him to that one time in a
think,
car ride.
I think GB in a nursing home would be a good one to, you know.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That's always good.
All right, so the only thing I need to do now is I brought this up to like a terminal strip.
Mhm.
I need the other side, so X2, I need to reference that to ground, and I need to run a white wire from here over to that terminal strip to close the circuit. What I mean by that is this is going to be my neutral right here. I also need to reference it to ground. And I'm just going to jerry rig it to this right here because it's the only ground I have because I haven't finished making this up. So anyway, just so you know, this is not going to be exactly.
But the motor will go vroom, right?
Yeah, it's not going to be inspector approved work, but we're going to make it. I'm going to make the motor spin.
Oh, bud, you awake now? Come here. You want to learn some electric?
Where is the peanut butter, Father? Where is the peanut butter?
I'm thinking about starting to put it in this bone that I got him because he just licks the marrow out of it, and then it's just like a hollow bone now.
It's where all the good stuff's at, I think, right? That's why they suck the bones.
I don't know. Like, hold on. Where's my video?
They do it in the movies like that. I don't know. Oh,
Just
yeah.
tongue punches it until he gets the marrow out, and now he don't really fuck with it that much now. You get that bone.
Yeah, just stuff peanut butter down there. That'll keep him occupied.
I figured. Get your ass out of my face.
He just wanted you to get the good smell.
So you guys are doing basically the industrial maintenance program, right?
Yeah.
Well, understood, we
Industrial
are the
Curriculum. So
industrial.
what do you like better? Do you like the electrical stuff better or the machining CNC
I like honestly, the hydraulics is kind of what I
hydraulic?
catered towards.
It's a shitty answer.
Hey, but we're not through the electrical side yet, Zach. If you would have asked me that when we were in the middle of our hydraulic classes, I would have been like, fuck hydraulics.
True. That's true. Well, what do you think about PLCs so far? You haven't gotten into the cool stuff yet, but I love PLCs.
That is that's something that I'm not exactly, my switch is not flipping on that at the moment.
Yeah.
So
My brain hurt a little bit after leaving.
It will. You'll like it.
See, my wife tells me that, and I don't know. Jay, how's that work out down the road?
What?
You'll feel a lot better, bud.
I'd say the electrical is better, probably because of the difference in the teacher.
Antoine, you're muted, so we can't hear you.
Yeah, that's the way. That's what I'm talking about. Good answer.
Well, I mean, if you compare Tim to anybody, but yeah, you're doing great, Zach.
Tim Pelker.
Oh, Zach, we were supposed to ask you about.
Oh yeah.
What was it? Doing something to Tim.
The video.
Oh
for,
yeah, the
chaining the printer down.
printer to his desk.
That wasn't even the last one. I've been messing with Tim. Did Tim tell you to ask me that?
No, Steve did.
No. So the last one was I'm fixing up this old like early 80s Pac-Man arcade game. And this big giant cathode ray fucking 50-pound monitor in it that I took out and replaced with so I went into Pelker's cubicle and unplugged his flat screen monitor from his printer and
hooked it up to that thing.
I set that thing on top of it. I'll show you.
It's the tubes, man. The tubes is where all the good stuff's at.
Mm-hmm.
I forget. What's the stuff inside the tubes?
Argon or something.
Okay,
Boobs.
yeah. That's
This tiny little computer and this big giant frickin' anyway.
he asked for a bigger screen, didn't he?
Yeah. He's a good sport.
We like messing with him too.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Oh, man.
All right. Are we done? I think we're done, aren't we? We're done. Ground was made up. Ish.
You ground the motor.
You have your
It's
arc flash.
properly grounded. It was a joke. Yes, I should take this up to a ground bar that I haven't hooked up yet, but I'm not going to. I just want to make it spin. So,
I think if you just hold that, it should be good, right, Zach?
yeah.
Do you
So
have
if
your
we
arc
did this
flash?
right, if we did this right, start, stop. This I always tell people, think about it in terms of current flow, right? So you've got the difference of potential up to here, up to here. We haven't even really talked about holding contacts yet. That's what this is called, is a seal-in or a holding contact. That's the auxiliary normally open that I tacked on right here, right? What happens is when you push the start button down, it allows current flow through the coil and back to the source. Well, when you do that, it also changes the state of this contact, right? So this closes, allowing current flow through here. So while I have this thing pushed down, making this, it's basically a parallel circuit. And then when I open this, start button back up, I'm breaking that part of it, but it still maintains down here. That's why it's called a holding or seal-in contact. And it'll keep the motor running until I break the circuit here with the stop button or limit switch, however you want to say it. Cool? What's the start? Bottom one's the start, right?
Yeah, bottom towards the green.
We got, ow. We got motor spinning, and that changed state. That's closed, holding it on until I hit the stop button, and it turns off.
Dang old witchcraft. Look at it.
And
Hey,
old
isn't it?
ditchcraft.
That is your basic stop-start station.
Now you got a fan to cool off your coffee.
Yeah. So
Or mix it if you're brave enough.
you guys know Kyle Kiefover?
Don't curse at me.
Bless you.
He's the guy that was playing around with the solar panels and stuff.
No, he's the new hydraulics guy. You might not have had him. Where? Anyway, in his lab, used to be Tyler Nielsen.
R.I.P.
They're this big.
Gone,
You'll
but
see
not
it when you
forgotten.
come in. You'll see it when you come into this lab, room 217. It's enormous, 50 horsepower motor or something like that.
The
And
biggest.
I want to put it. No, seriously, it weighs like 600 pounds or something. I want to put it on a drive to control it, and then I'm going to put this. So the shaft on this thing. I know this is getting you excited, but the shaft on this thing is about this big around, right?
Oh,
Anthony, what are you laughing at?
Because instantly
He
a
said
new Fowler is
shaft.
gonna do something.
He said shaft.
He was
Jake
just
can't
thinking
rel-
about that's kind of a small shaft. And
yeah, Jake
that
can't
he's
relate
used to
to
at
any
work.
shaft that's bigger than like, pinhole sized.
Microns, bud.
Well, I've only got about 2 inches, but most women think that's pretty wide.
Yeah,
So it's actually
millimeters, bud.
When you're dealing with a tuna can, Zach,
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They don't forget you.
like the fun size Pringles, man.
All right. Anyway, my idea is to, and this is going to sound dumb now, but this is a huge motor shaft, right? And I would put a tiny little pencil sharpener on the end of it and like mount it to a wall. I think it'll be fun. So yeah, I think we should call that day. Call that a Friday. And what do we have coming up? Monday. Monday we're gonna be on Zoom one more time. We'll go over
Was that chapter 9 or something? I haven't done it.
The fuck?
it's just
I
chapter
mean,
4.
chapter 4?
4. See, I
Alright.
haven't. I haven't done
Yeah.
it.
So you'll find that like, yeah, the book work is good, but the book work is going to complement what you guys learn on the ladder diagrams and get doing the hands-on stuff. So
What's due on Monday then, Zach?
it's chapter 4. I'll look right now.
Okay.
No, it's not. Chapter 4 is not till Wednesday.
9 lead. Okay.
Ah, that's the one.
So chapter 4 will be Wednesday. So let's plan on Monday. We'll take a quiz over the chapters 1 and 2 homework. You won't see it. It'll be multiple choice. You won't see anything that you haven't seen already. We'll get a little further into the labs on the trainer that's behind me, and then we'll work out a schedule as far as when I get you guys in here. I got to do my best to keep you guys 6 feet apart. So
Do we get those sweet pool noodle hats?
yeah, we can do that.
Apparently, there's a 7-person limit in 216, and we had like 10 in there for Steve's class, so that was interesting.
It's I don't know who came and put those signs on all the doors, but it was after we had scheduled all the rooms and the amount of students. And the funny thing is that like in this lab 217, and I don't know if you guys have been in here yet, but it's huge.
Yeah,
And
we
the
had
maximum is-
133 in there, I think.
The maximum is 8 students in here, but then downstairs in those really tiny 108 and 109 rooms, they're allowing 20.
Maths,
So,
they got them.
I don't know who put those up, but they're bogus. So, but when you come in on Wednesday, we will have to have you sign the release to be in here.
Just write it in like crayon, 30 maximum. Stick
Wait,
that.
didn't we already we signed a release with
Steve,
yeah, Steve.
I
Does
got
that
to do it
count?
for my class too.
Oh man.
It's like per hybrid course. So
Dirty Max. Dirty Max.
You're making no sense, Antoine.
He was just writing out the way I was saying it. Dirty Max. Dirty Max. Derpy Max.
Duramax.
Duralax? Dura. I don't remember those because I've never used them. See where that gets you. I
Duralast. That's something I don't use anyway.
think those are the free ones you get at the health department. You used to throw them around like ninja stars. Hey, roll down your window. What?
Fun fact, Jay, you'll get a kick out of this story. So I went to that Indian gas station that's kind of by your house, and I was going to buy some condominiums. And the Indian guy in there, I was like, I want a box of them Trojans. And he brought over these fucking goddamn Magnums, and I was like, no. That's a little bit too big for me. And he wasn't getting the gist, and I was like, I had to like try to explain to him like smaller, like
Too
too big. Shattered
Slipper.
too big.
Yeah.
But it,
FT
Pretty
bag?
good, bud.
yeah, it was
But
interesting.
You
he
can
was
just get them
smiling
for
and
free,
laughing.
man.
I think he was just being an asshole.
You get some heat shrink and a heat gun and you're all good.
Put it on and then just run a lighter underneath the shaft.
Oh, you just do it prison style. You get the toilet paper core, and then you use the trash bag, and you Anyways, that's just what other people have told me. Awkward
Somebody gonna
silence.
guess a letter, or what are we doing here?
Oh, okay.
How about if you win, one free question on your quiz.
Bet.
And donuts.
What if
I
you win?
win. I win. You guys have to team teach the next lecture, and I'll just monitor and sit here and eat donuts.
How many guesses? What are we doing? Like original Hangman, like just circle, body, arms,
Yeah,
legs?
this is what we're working with.
I'd like to answer the
That's it.
question, please.
What
Uh,
you want to solve?
Yeah, I'd like to
But
solve.
if you get it wrong, team teach. Remember what you have to lead the team teaching.
Zach, can you mute?
I'm not doing
Mallory?
hair. I'm
For
not
this-
doing neck. I'm not
for
doing
this-
eyeballs.
For this project, we'd like to vote Ballard off the island.
I'm just gonna write what I
We did
think
not.
here. I'm gonna go with a O, please.
That's the worst vowel.
Oh, look at that! It's donut, you jerks. He's gonna switch to something else.
Final
Guessed
answer?
it. No, we'll play it out for their sakes. 'Cause
No,
they're
no,
a
no,
bunch of
no, no,
sissies.
no. Confidence killed the cat, or whatever it is.
Satisfaction's about to bring this cat back.
It's not
We're gonna go.
satisfaction.
Do we get 9 lives like the cat does?
All right, let's keep going then.
D for Duroc.
Dirty
D,
Rick. I prefer
like as in dog.
Yeah.
shit.
Oh God!
Oh,
Oh. All right, boys, I'm all out. I don't know. I knew it.
Go
You
with-
changed it up.
Let's go with an S.
S.
Shit. That's what that was for.
try an N. An N.
N.
It's not donut, boys. 5-letter word with O in the
I feel
middle.
like we gotta go with a T next.
T.
No, not a
Ye-
T.
T.
There's some lag. I said P.
P.
Hey,
P.
I'm done guessing.
All right, somebody give me a letter because I'm confused.
Chimpy, what is it?
Go with E. I go with E.
E.
Yeah, E.
Shit.
Shit.
It's not looking
I'm not-
good, boys.
I'm not guessing anymore.
So glad the peanut gallery that was, giving us crap ain't got crap to say. No balls, no glory, boys.
Let's go with an R.
Oh man, we should have stuck with like vowels first. And
Fuck
then...
yeah.
Oh, look at Derek! I was so confident with you the entire time.
Yeah,
Sorry, Jay.
sure.
T.
What?
Fourth.
What?
Somebody say something?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
H.
It's not whore, Chimpy. Come on. Okay.
Oh,
Gorth.
man.
Say that.
Oh!
Gorth. Yeah.
Yeah! Whew.
All right, one free homework is not homework, quiz question.
And donuts.
Good shit, boys.
I can't bring donuts on, if I bring donuts on Monday, then I'm just gonna eat them all myself.
You have to bring them over
Is that you, Jay?
on Wednesday.
Don't forget the extra tiny line on the bottom, Jay. Like the 1 pixel.
You can't see it. Hey, instead of whatever we won, can we just
Tuna
be in
can?
classes on Monday? That'd be great.
What'd you say, Jay?
Instead of whatever we won, can we just be in classes on Monday? That would be great. Like at ICC.
Labs on Mondays only?
Yeah, at ICC on Monday.
Because that's when Steve's doing it, or why?
Because I just enjoy being at ICC.
Are you saying you don't like being around your employer so much?
I would never, ever imply that.
Oh, this coming Monday, you want to be here instead of where you are now?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm down with that. We'll get you going on labs. But the thing is, those trainers that are out there, they look like the one behind me, but they are not 6 feet apart. So we're going to have to take turns, and I don't know. How many of us are there? 9? 9 of you? So maybe what we'll do is have I think I can have 6 on the trainers at once. So maybe we'll do like 5 and 4 for half the time. 5 of you will be on the trainers. 4 of you can be in the classroom working on homework or something. I just got to keep you guys separated. That's my responsibility. So
Sounds good.
yeah, you guys want to come in on Monday then at 12:30?
Yeah. Is that a piece of pizza, Jay?
Yep.
Put a beer in the other hand. Miller High Life, 40. Yeah. MHL.
Yeah, Four Loko and Pit Vipers.
There you go.
Why does it look like he's got underwear on his face?
What kind of underwear do you wear, Ballard?
Hey, that's none of your concern, all right?
Patty
Man's
white.
entitled to a little
Oh, man.
secret.
I thought somebody was drawing something dirty there. The W had me fooled.
First thing that appears in his mind.
Yeah.
That's not a W. That's
Sack.
That's enough.
It's a sack. Those are Ballard's undies right there. The blue.
that way you don't have to have it choose a side anymore. You just kind of let it out whichever side.
So you're still choosing a side.
No. Don't question the logic, all right? You're just looking at the backside, Derek.
That would be a thong.
J string.
Just-
I want to be able to draw. This is bullcrap.
we got to do the update because we can't even get, the
Go to your
hearts.
options and annotate.
I know, but I can't do it until it's after the.
Oh, hey, we can. We're just dumb. Thank you, Antoine. None of the other
Why?
jerks wanted to tell
We
us.
can, we're just dumb.
Wait, what'd
Yeah.
you say, Antoine?
Up in the top.
Up in the
View
top.
options.
There's nothing in the top.
When you
Move
move
your
your
mouse.
cursor, it says you are viewing Zach Flint's screen. Do you
Okay.
see that?
Oh yeah.
It says view options. Annotate.
I don't see. Oh, view options. Wee.
This entire time, Derek, we thought we were just.
All right, y'all. I gotta get this video loaded to YouTube so I can get the hell out of here.
We be famous.
Oh, it's a duck, or it's a turd with legs.
The platypus.
Oh,
The weasel, you fucking idiots.
there's the head. I'm sorry, I was.
It's definitely a platypus.
That weasel's thick.
Did you say that weasel's thick? You know what, Derek? If we got you a live weasel, would you keep it as a pet?
Of course.
Like, what kind do you want? You want like the marmot, or you want the feisty ones?
No, I want an Arctic albino weasel.
Oh, oh, that's fancy. Does it have to be alive?
Yeah, of course.
Jay, was that you? I could hear it. Oh, all right, Jay. I'm glad that you wouldn't ever lie to me. I'd hate to think if our friendship was based off of not mutual respect.
Hey, hey, get that arrow away from there.
Oh, I think what he meant to write was
Insert here. Should be saying insert rear, right?
All right. Oh boy.
We're going to get demonetized.
All right. You guys have a lovely weekend.
You too, Zach.
all right. You get him with that cornholing, Derek. 8
Oh.
o'clock tomorrow.
8 o'clock tomorrow, bud. Do some hydraulics.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. See y'all later.